NASCAR is back at Rockingham Speedway for the first time since 2013 for the weekend of April 18th through the 19th of 2025. This weekend is the Xfinity Series North Carolina Education Lottery 250 and the Truck Series Black's Tire 200. The Cup Series is off this weekend for Easter. Last Friday at Bristol Motor Speedway was the Weather Guard Truck Race. In the first race towards the weekend sweep for Kyle Larson, Chandler Smith would be the only driver to beat Larson, as Smith won his first race in the Truck Series since 2022. Smith led a race-high 127 of 250 laps. Kyle Larson second, and Corey Heim third. The truck top three after Bristol are Corey Heim, Chandler Smith, and Ty Majeski. On Saturday was the Xfinity Series SciAps 300. On lap 74, Sheldon Creed was spun out by Dean Thompson. Brennan Poole would hit Creed, destroying both cars in the process. After that wreck, Kyle Larson would go on to lead 277 of 300 laps and win by 2 seconds over second place Carson Foppel. A complete domination by Larson as only 12 drivers finished on the lead lap. Justin Allgaier finished third for the third week in a row. On Monday, this clip from the Kevin Harvick podcast was posted on X. Kyle Larson had this to say about racing in the Truck and Xfinity Series. Let me know what you think about what he said in the comments.
In Xfinity, I do get motivated, and this is going to come across like very cocky, but I want to embarrass them, honestly. Like, you know, I want to embarrass NASCAR a little bit because they just don't let Cup guys run anymore. And the kids, like, they probably think they're in a good spot and like they don't know where the bar is really at. So I like to go run those Xfinity races and just get 10-second leads to let them realize that they've got a lot of room to improve. And I think that's only better for our sport. You know, when those young guys can compete with Cup guys, they're better suited for the Cup Series once they get there. Yes, I want to smash the field when I run Xfinity.
I love
that. That's motivating for me for sure.
The current top three in the Xfinity Series after Bristol are Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, and Jesse Love. On Sunday in the Cup Series Food City 500 at Bristol, Kyle Larson showed everyone how good he is at Bristol, leading 411 out of 500 laps to get the win. John Edwards, Hendrick Motorsports Director of Communications, passed away on Thursday, April 12th, at the age of 52. This win and burnout was dedicated to him on Sunday. Let's enjoy the burnout. Denny Hamlin was second, and Ty Gibbs in third, with his best finish of the season. William Byron, Denny Hamlin, and Christopher Bell are your top three after Bristol. On Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time is truck practice, followed by truck qualifying at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on FS2. Xfinity Series practice is at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time on the CW app. The Black's Tire 200 is at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. Xfinity qualifying is at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday on the CW app. The Xfinity Series North Carolina Education Lottery 250, presented by Black's Tire, is at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on the CW network. That is all for the races at Rockingham. The weather for both days is sunny with highs in the mid-80s, forecasted for both days. A nice weekend of racing is expecting for Rockingham, North Carolina. The last truck race at Rockingham was on April 14th of 2013. Kyle Larson was first in that race, Joey Logano second, and Brendan Gaughan third. The 2025 Truck Series Black's Tire 200 was a tough one for prediction. Since we have not seen a race here since 2013, I looked at short track results and the Milwaukee Mile from last year. This track and Milwaukee Mile are 1 mile, so it should be a fair comparison. For this race, I have Corey Heim winning. On the season, Heim is averaging a 6.16 finish. In the 2 short track races this year, Heim has finished 6th and 3rd. Heim led a race-high 149 laps at Martinsville, and even though he finished 6th, was very good at that track. With no Cup drivers in this race, I predict that it will be Heim time on Saturday. Lane Riggs won his first ever truck race at Milwaukee last season, leading 53 of 175 laps, second to Christian Eckes. Something clicked for Riggs at this race as he would win one more time in 2024. Riggs is still looking for his first win this season, and it could come on Saturday. That is why I have him as my first wild card. My second wild card is Chandler Smith. He did what no other driver could do at Bristol last weekend, defeating Kyle Larson for the win. This gave Smith his first truck win since 2022. Smith is currently second in the standings. The last Xfinity race at Rockingham was February 21st of 2004. Jamie McMurray won that race, followed by Martin Truex Jr. in second, and Kevin Harvick in third. In the 2025 North Carolina Education Lottery 250 at Rockingham Speedway, Jesse Love is my pick to win. Although Love finished 31st at a similar-sized track at Iowa last year, I think he can better that result on the 1-mile track this weekend and get the win. I think Love can finally have some success on shorter tracks in the Xfinity Series this weekend. The first wild card is Sam Mayer. At the similar length track at Iowa last year, Mayer got the win. That and the fact that he is second in the standings is why I have him as a wild card on Saturday. The final Xfinity wild card is Justin Allgaier. The defending champion is currently first in the standings. He is coming off his third consecutive third-place finish on the season. Since the season opening race at Daytona, where Allgaier finished 18th, he has finished top 5 in every other race, including 2 wins. In my opinion, Allgaier will be in contention for the win on Saturday. I don't really know what to expect at the races at Rockingham. I have never seen a race at this track. When the dust settles on the races this weekend, I hope that my picks will have been competitive. Good luck to all the drivers this weekend. Let me know who you think will win at Rockingham in any of the races, and as always, thanks for watching.